Hey everybody, so just got back from watching the Batman. I went into this movie by only watching one trailer. Yes, you heard me right. Only the first trailer, the I Am Vengeance thing. I didn't watch any other trailers or clips that came out after that, alright? But from what I saw, I kind of guessed that this movie would either be really good or just good. Alright, especially with the amount of hype this movie was getting, it would suck to see this movie flop and then everyone would go insane. Anyways, but hey, guess what? This movie was really, really good. Alright, my rating for this movie is 9 out of 10. Alright, yeah, it was that good. Alright, my mind was blown watching this movie. It was crazy. I was geeking out the entire time watching this movie. I was like, whoa, what? The entire time, right? I was like the only one even acting like that. Pretty sure someone in the crowd would have been like, hey man, can you just shut the hell up? Because it was just so awesome watching this movie. It was just a crazy experience. I might even consider that this movie is better than The Dark Knight, but I don't want to get attacked, so you guys watch the movie first, and then you guys decide if it's better than The Dark Knight or not. Right? Also, speaking of the movie, if you're thinking of watching this movie with a kid, I suggest you don't do so because this is not a kid-friendly Batman movie. All right, because it has like swear words and brutal fight scenes and certain killing scenes involving one of the villains, and I don't think it's suitable for kids unless your kid is like used to watching brutal action movies. Then sure, otherwise it's not a good idea because not kid friendly. I felt like this movie was definitely made for adults. This was like a dark detective noir type film, right? We saw Batman a bit as like a detective, which we didn't really see with the previous versions of Batman. And yo, I just didn't expect Pattinson to kill this role. He was really good as Batman. I'm not even kidding. He did a hell of a job playing Batman, alright? And the score in this movie is phenomenal. Each time Batman appears and his score plays, man, I get chills everywhere because like like the way he plays Batman, right? His Batman had like a certain presence, people were just really afraid of Batman. Not just Batman, they were just basically afraid of the dark, thinking that hey, Batman might be standing there and we can't see him. And even us watching the movie, it gives us this fear of Batman, this chills every time he appears, man. If it doesn't give you chills each time he appears or walks in slow motion with his score playing, man, you're doing it wrong. Cause damn, just goosebumps every time, man. Just good job, Robert Pattinson. Also, the villains were also used pretty well. The Riddler, Penguin, and Falcone. And what I liked mainly about how these villains were used is all of them was involved in the story in certain ways. All right, they weren't just there. You know what I mean? Like all of them were involved in the story in some way. All right, there was not like a sole like main villain movie. Sometimes you think he's the main villain, sometimes you think he's the main villain, sometimes you think it's him, but all of them are involved in the story in one way. All of them has stuff with Batman going on. So, that's great. I like how they handle the villains, all right. Also, I'm gonna say this is a spoiler for you. One rumor in this movie is true. That's all you're getting from me. I'm not gonna say what the rumor is, but I only use Instagram and I've been seeing this one rumor that has been going around about the Batman movie, and when it happened, I freaked out. Right, like the second it happened, I knew it was that. Right, like I didn't wait for it to pass a few seconds for me to find out. Like the second it happened, I was like, my friend was just sitting beside me. I was like, wait, like that's how I was. All right, I swear I freaked out because it was awesome. All right, look, watch the movie. At the end of the movie, you would freak out too. All right, but because if you didn't, then we can't be friends. Just kidding. And in terms of acting, I think Paul Dano and Colin Farrell, 100% the best actors in this movie, man. They absolutely killed their roles, especially Paul Dano as the Riddler, man. The Riddler was just something else. Like, I think he was better than Jim Carrey's version. No offense to Jim Carrey, he was great too, but his version, Paul Dano's version in this movie was even better. Like, there was just some feel to him, you know. And Colin Farrell, I didn't expect him to nail Penguin because at first I was seeing like a lot of rumors saying like how Andy Serkis was gonna play Penguin, and I thought, you know what, that makes sense because, and I was excited for it too because he played Claw and he was really good as Claw, and I was like, hey, look, he could really nail the Penguin, but he got Alfred instead, and then Colin Farrell got the Penguin. I was like, okay, great. But man, Colin Farrell really nailed his role as Penguin. He was really good. Like, just phenomenal acting from him and Paul Dano um as the Riddler. Even John Turturro as Carmine Falcone, man, I didn't expect him to nail his role too. So all the villain was handled in a good way. Also, the reason why I kind of gave this movie like a 9 out of 10 because of Alfred and Catwoman mainly. I'm not saying they were bad because they played their roles pretty well, but it just didn't really feel right. Like Andy Serkis as um Alfred didn't really feel right. Like he was great. He played his role well. I'm not saying his acting was bad. It was good, but it just really didn't really. I didn't get the feel of him playing Alfred. Same thing with Catwoman. The actress, I wasn't really that big of a fan of that actress. So when she was cast as Catwoman, I was like, okay, cool. And I saw her in the movie. She was great. But same thing, I didn't actually get that feel, like that she's supposed to be Catwoman. I just didn't really get that feel. I'm sorry. So that's the reason why I gave this 9 out of 10. Right? That's just my opinion. I just didn't really feel that. You know what, maybe I'll just give it an upgrade, 9.5, whatever. So yeah, that's my rating for this movie, 9.5 over 10. Plus this movie, right, I just couldn't find anything bad with it. Like watching the movie, sometimes I like, okay, why is this movie so far going good? Why is there nothing bad? Because I was just trying my best to find if there's any cons in the movies, and I couldn't. If you have already watched it, or later on if you watched it, you found any cons in this movie, let me know, because I just couldn't find anything wrong with the movie. This movie was just too good. Alright? And definitely, man, this movie was just a masterpiece. Matt Reeves, great job with this movie. Like, it's crazy, man. Because I'm telling you, this movie is definitely the movie to beat this year. Alright, I'm not saying this as a superhero fan. Generally, as a movie fan, I'm telling you, like, even Doctor Strange has to be really good if it even wants to be in the same level as this movie. Because it was just really good, man. This is definitely the movie to beat this year. I'm telling you, this movie has to win something. Alright, if it doesn't, then it's just, I don't know what to say. It has to win something because that was that good. It was a masterpiece. Alright, Pattinson killed this role. Paul Dano, Colin Farrell, everyone was great. Like, I'm telling you, man, I just had a really great experience watching this movie. I hope you do too. Alright, if wherever you are, because over here they always release American movies like 2 days before the American release date, so I got to watch it early. So, if there's anyone from other countries who have watched it, let me know what you thought about the movie. Same thing with everyone from America. You haven't watched it yet, I understand, but I hope you have a cool experience. I hope this review helped you. This is a non-spoiler review. I didn't spoil that much, apart from that rumor that I said. I'm not gonna say what rumor that is. All right. So whatever you think, that's your problem. I just said the rumor is true. All right. That's all what I say. And yeah, also wait for the post-credit scene. Trust me, it's worth it. Because me and my friend waited for it, and it's worth it. Seriously. And yeah, I hope they do like a whole universe with this one, because the ending of the movie kind of like was gonna set up, not really, it ended in a way that like it can just end as a solo movie, and it can be like a can go on with more movies. That's the way they kind of ended the movie, so it was great. So yeah, I don't think there's anything else to say, because there was basically not a lot of problems that I could explain to you guys, that if there was anything wrong with the movie, but there wasn't. So I just said everything I had to say about this movie. So that's it, I guess. I 100% enjoyed myself watching this movie. It was a crazy experience. uh Seriously, man, this is gonna be the movie to beat this year. I'm telling you. I'm not kidding. So, you know what, guys? I'm just gonna end it right here. Thank you so much for watching my review for the Batman 2022. I hope you have the same experience that I did. I hope you freak out and just geek out, basically, like how I did the movie. Man, sometimes it sucks watching movies in this country, because not a lot of people kind of geek out around here, because not a lot of people are like comic book fans. Most of the people, no offense to them, but they kind of only watch the movies because of the trend. Hey, look, everyone's watching Batman. Batman's famous. Let's watch it. Because even when I was watching Spider-Man, I watched the first show, everyone freaked out. But when I watched the second show and a third show and a fourth show, no one barely reacted to anything. They didn't even react to Andrew and Toby coming back. So it kind of sucked. So even watching Batman, not a lot of people like reacted, apart from yours truly. So like, it sucks, to be honest. But whatever, I hope you have a great experience watching this movie, and just thank you for watching my review. I hope this helped you. So yeah, until next time, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.